private car in order to move from one place to another, then you have to keep track of the usage of the diesel. And for instance, if you're going for a long journey, there may be possibility that you want to check in some hotel. So all these costs are involved in that. But that is also a part of services that you're using, but that is your own service. So that is a private. You're using a private vehicle to move from one place to another means that is a sort of private, your own service that you're using for your requirement. Okay. If you're using a train or an aircraft or a bus, of so that is can be considered as a public service. You pay, buy the ticket, and use that particular transport service. But there are many cases where we have the combination of both. That is public, this private. We have an hybrid services. So that is, for instance, taxi. You hire a taxi. Okay, so that's a combination of both. So there also you are paying. Okay, for when you are hiring a taxi, you are using when it is required. Other people are not boarding in that. Okay, so all these private taxi owners or a private auto, what you book in advance, then you use it. Okay, so that can be considered a part of what you call hybrid resource, where we have a combination of both private as well as a public. Okay, so that's why a huge amount of data is generated nowadays, and that data is to be processed for data analytics. Okay, for that cloud plays an important role. Okay, because that is not feasible in your local machines. Okay, so that's why cloud computing is nothing but storing data, applications on remote servers. All these remote servers, whether it's a Facebook server or Amazon or a Google, so they're all their private partners. Okay, they have got their own data centers. Okay, so your whatever information that you have in your Facebook, so they are using the data. Okay, so that is actually a form of centralized application. Okay, they have got their own central service. Okay, whether it's Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. So we are giving our data to them. So if you have a Facebook ID, then whatever the information is there, so they are stored in the Facebook server. If you have a Gmail account, stored in the Google server, and they are making money with that. Okay, because that is a centralized remote service. So that is what we call centralized application. But nowadays we have decentralized applications, for instance, blockchain. So blockchain is nothing but a decentralized application where each and every machine acts as a server. Okay. So that is also one important thrust area nowadays. So that's why cloud computing is what? Storing data in order to store your information, applications or remote servers. Now it is also required for processing information for data analytics, accessing data, applications by internet. Okay.